The clip itself. Right here on the Universal lot, Michael Jackson made the video for Scream. Hi, I'm Allison Stewart from MTV News, and we will have that video for you very shortly. Now, of course, when Michael Jackson makes a video, it is always an event. But this time, he is literally making history. Scream is a duet with his sister Janet, and it marks the first time that Michael's ever recorded with his superstar sibling. And of course, Janet's going to be in the video as well. And see that soundstage behind me? It is one of 5 housing 10 sets used in this $7 million project. In terms of the visuals that they're applying to Scream, what do you think about the combination? Does it work for you?
Yeah, I think the combination is really cool because it kind of is taking place in a spaceship or kind of in a vacuum. I think the spaceship is kind of a metaphor of the vacuum that their lives sort of are. Sometimes they're looked upon as not human. Of course, they are human, but maybe that's kind of a surrealistic way to say that, you know, here we are out in space and we're connecting with each other as brother and sister.
We wrote the song together. It was fun. It was the first time we've ever worked together, sang together. Aside from PYT, but that's just a little background thing he asked me to do, so I said yes, and did it. That was years ago.
It's been 13 years since Michael Jackson's kid sister added some backing vocals to his album Thriller. Janet Jackson's now a superstar in her own right, and clearly she and her brother have a mutual respect that transcends the personal to professional levels, as was evident from a very public show of affection at the 1993 Grammy Awards.
I'm pleased to be here tonight to honor the man I love and admire as an artist and a person, my brother, Michael Jackson. I just wanted to tell you how proud I am of you and how much you've inspired me and how proud I am to be your sister and how much I love you. I do.
Me and Janet really are 2 different people.
Most definitely, I did for that little sister thing. It'll always be that way because that's what I am. And he's my big brother.
Scream isn't simply a collaboration between 2 artists. It's the melding of 2 creative camps. Both Michael and Janet Jackson have brought his and her inner circle to the project to create the Scream team. I got to get up. I got to get up. I got to get up. You are instrumental in Janet's success as an artist. Did she bring you aboard this project, say, hey, Jimmy, come work with me and my brother?
Yes, she did. She, tied us up and beat us over our head and said, you will do this duet. You will do this duet.
Michael and Janet Jackson are both well known for their innovative dance steps. But Janet now lends a certain street credibility to Michael's pedestal popularity. To communicate the combination of these 2 styles, 4 choreographers were employed for the staging of Scream. You hear co-directing and co-producing, but you don't hear co-choreographers very often.
Yeah, but I mean, when you get Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson, you got to have, the best of both worlds. So it wouldn't be fair to exclude one entity because, we've both had significant roles in, the visual appeal.
We are working with Janet, and Travis and Lavelle are working mostly with Michael. But then at one point, when they are working together, it's kind of all 4 of us come together and just collaborate and use as many as many ideas and energies that we can.
There are differences, movement-wise. Janet, she thrashes. I mean, that girl will, she'll go for it, And Michael will do the same thing, but it's just where his presence is just so much different than hers, She's the hard hitter. Michael goes between, soft, supple movement to crash and burn.
While Michael's look hasn't changed dramatically for the video, Janet's adopted quite a different video persona.
She's been looking very sort of soft and golden and very sexy and everything. And she wanted something that looked very raw. And as we started talking about it and started talking about the futuristic sort of aspect of it, the idea of her looking sort of like Edward Scissorhands meets, you know, futuristic sort of Japanese superhero.
Epic minimalism were the buzzwords used to describe Scream. To turn the futuristic fantasy into a reality, Jackson turned to the video director of the moment, Mark Romanek. He's the eye behind breakthrough clips for Madonna, 9 Inch Nails, Lenny Kravitz, En Vogue, and R.E.M.
Mark has got a great track record, and he's very creative, very innovative, so it only seemed right that, you know, he would be working on this with Michael and Janet.
I've always wanted to work with Mark. I think he's an absolute genius, and it was totally, I was so freaked out and excited I was going to be able to work with him on this video. The Rain video, Constant Craving, the En Vogue, Free Your Mind video, I mean, they were all so revolutionary, and still when you look at them today, they look like, even 10 years from now, they would look revolutionary. I mean, they're just so beautifully done. The lighting is perfect. The cuts are all perfect. You could push the pause button on any of Mark's videos, and they're like these beautiful photographs.
This is the Zen Garden set, one of the many you will see in the video Scream, the first release from Michael Jackson's album History, Past, Present, and Future Book 1. We'll get into the making of that album next, and of course show you Scream in its entirety when we return.